Well, hello, man cavers. What are we doing today? I bring you devastating news on my birthday. Excuse this sun behind me. Poor Ruston. Poor Ruston. Now then, I was going to take the old girl to a show on Sunday, and I thought I'll just uncover and have a look, and I found disaster. Absolute disaster is all I found. Right, we uncover. Here we go. Now, over the winter, I am so careful about draining engines down so they don't get frost damage. And you can actually see, well, you can't actually, but there's a tap on this bottom. That tap was undone. Water was drained. There you go. There's just a tiny, that's way below the inlet though. And this water pipe comes out the bottom into the engine. And as far as I was concerned, look where that pipe is. I was concerned, you know, I was just like, yep, that's drained off. Left her over winter. What happened when I had a look at her the other day? Disaster. I didn't notice there's a drain bung. Now if you look, look at the difference. I drained it off, the water was out down to the bottom of this hose because there's a tap on this hose and I let it all out. Drain bung an inch below it. Would you believe that has left water up to here, which had froze, and that blew all the side out of this engine. Look at that. I've had to put chemical metal around it. It don't look like it's held though, because I can see rust. This was a couple of days ago, but absolute nightmare. Look, we have blown the side out of the water jacket on the Ruston. It's fine at the top, but it's cracked right round there, round the bottom and up here. I am gutted, to say the least. So I have filled it with some chemical metal. Well, I actually filled it with if I can find the stuff. This stuff, steel stick, that's like a 2-pack stuff what you like mix up. And yeah, you mix it up and then rub it in. And that really, yeah, goes off hard. But as you can see, it's not good. We have major damage here, cracked all the way along. In fact, that was a few days ago, and I can also see there's another new crack come here because we've had another couple of frosts. Gutted, absolutely gutted. I was convinced taking that hose off and letting the water out would be enough, but it isn't. You have to take this out. So if you have a Ruston diesel like this, please guys, the end of the season, don't just drain your tank and take your hose off. Take the nut out and probably leave it out and tie it on a bit of string and hang it around the engine so you don't lose it. So yes, disaster, but she still turns. The engine still turns, still has compression, so I don't think it's frosted and gone through and damaged the cylinder. So I think we got away with that. But that just means there's got to be a little bit of an unsightly repair there. Oh, I am so gutted. Years and years I've owned engines and I've never had one freeze up on me. Gutted news. I am truly devastated by this. If you're wondering why I've done chemical metal, well, I think that'll hold. I did run out, so I've got to get a little bit more, put a bit more around it and make a neater job and sand it up a bit. I think that'll hold because being a diesel, this engine doesn't get hot. It doesn't get hot at all. I ran this the height of last summer. I was running this for 6-7 hours a day, running a 1,000 kilowatt generator in full sun, and there weren't one point when you couldn't touch this block. She gets warm at best. So I don't think there's going to be a lot of problem with expansion and cracking. If this does give way, I shall have to grind it out and try and weld it somehow. But I think it'll be alright. Anyhow, after this disastrous news, this morning, birthday morning, so I did this a couple of days ago. I did actually film me doing it, and my phone didn't record. So yes, I lost the footage of me doing this, but I wanted to show you guys this. On a lighter note, don't worry, the Ruston will live again. She's just now going to have a frost repair on there. Oh, God, that's not the word. Right, let's go back to the tractor, because I think I need to give you a little update on what we've done with the tractor. Here we are. I have fitted new track rod ends both sides, so we've got a nice new track rod end there, a nice new track rod end there. That's a job that really took way longer than it should have done. It was like an hour and a half to do them two, when really it should have been undo these pinch bolts, slide this back, unscrew your track rod end, probably 20 minutes, half an hour, you should have both sides done, an hour and a half. This one was actually not so bad. This one, yep, the bolts come undone, this slid back. Could I unscrew this out of there? No. I had hammers and chisels, and I opened it up, because this is like a bar with a seam in it. I opened this up as much as I could. That still wouldn't come undone. I ended up having to copious amounts of heat, mole grips, and then finally it broke loose and I managed to get it out. Here is the old offending item. There we go. So there's our old track rod end. Am I doing the ones on the other end up near the steering box? Nope, because they're all right. So no, we aren't doing the ones up the steering box. I have also been round the entire tractor with the grease gun. Pump these stanchions full of grease. As you can see, it's starting to come out of the top, both sides. And these, Father, I'm going to square you up, because I don't think you've ever greased this since you've had the damn tractor. And Dad's had that since 1978, because that took probably 20 pumps of grease out of the grease gun before it started coming out of the top there. So they haven't been greased up in years, but they have now. I've done every grease point I can find on the tractor. The rear linkages, some ones around the back end, these ones here, all greased up. Brilliant. Hey, Jack has come to see us. Hello, Jackson, where is he? Where's my cat? There's my cat. Look, there he goes. So yes, there we go. Right, I think I'll get you in a tripod, get her jacked up, and there's the cat. What has he found? That is my sniggering cat. He's my little kitten. How old is he? How old is he, Mrs. Mancave? 8 or 9 months? 10 months? I don't think he's quite a year yet, is he? We've got two of them, this one and a ginger one. Hello, Jackie boy. You alright, buddy? Are you alright? Are you alright, mate? Where you gone? Where you gone? Are you there? Have you gone under the van? Anyhow, there he is. He's a lovely little boy. He's my little man. I don't think you've seen little Jack before. Rusty is still with my parents because, yeah, when I moved back to my parents with Rusty, I didn't have the heart. How is he standing on that bar, look? Yeah, anyhow, we're getting off topic. Rusty is still with Mum and Dad. He's absolutely fine. And, yeah. Right, I'm going to get you in a tripod. We'll get this thing jacked up. And we'll get at least the front wheels back on. I mustn't be long, because it's my birthday today. Rachel said to me last night, what do you want to do for your birthday, Adam? I said, do you know what I'd like to do? Go up Linford Stag, which is a woods, and get a posh coffee off that old hoss box up there, sit in the car and drink it. And she said, you're easily pleased, we'll do that. So, I'm on strict instructions, I've got until midday, and then we need to go and get this posh coffee out of this old hoss box down the woods, sit there with a little finger up and drink it. So that means I've got to wash the hands, get these wheels on and get changed. Right, let me get a tripod. I think I've left it in the shed. Back in a minute. Alright, housekeeping first. A bit of oil on the wheel nuts, ready to accept. There we go. There you go, just so wheel nuts go on a bit nicer. Put a little bit of oil on them before we start. There we go. Right, let's get the jack under there and get this jacked up, boy. See how it gets on. Alright, I think we need to put this jack down. Get under there, sunshine. There we go. Alright, we're on that lifting arm bracket, which I think is... Oh, nope, we're starting to go on the sump of the engine there. There we go. Oh, yeah. Alright, let's get her up, guys. Oh, it's going up even, look. Now, I thought that front axle was going to float. Alright, what is this? Whoa, that could have been dodgy. Alright, let's see if we can get the front wheel on. There we are. Let's get a front on, guys. Yeah. There we are. Are we high enough? I don't know. I really don't know. Oh, we're nowhere near high enough. We've got to go a little bit more yet, guys. There we are. Let's give her a go now. Got to remember, this axle's floating, so... See what I mean? The axle does float. Get on there, boy. There we are. Let's get our nuts on. Yes, I will touch these nuts in this hub up with the paint. I have checked all these hubs are greased. They are. So I've done a bit off camera on the old girl. There we are. Right, where's my rattle? Let's rattle her up a little. There we go. Once the other one's on, I can tighten them up for hand. Alright, is that high enough to get the other wheel on? I don't know, mate. There's our factory wheel brace. Alright, let's see if that's high enough for the other wheel to get on. Oh, way too high now. Alright. Come on. I think we might be somewhere about there. Yep, that slid on there a treat. Alright, where's my oil can? Put a little bit of oil on these wheel studs as well. Hey, there we go. Get on there. That's on. That's on. They don't want these wheels to come off, do they? I've got to get in the bloody hedge now, look. Wheel on. Let's let her down. There you go. There we go, guys. Fergie is back on her wheels. Oh dear, I can see my track on his way out. This wheel, oh my word, I've got to take that off and sort that. This wheel here, about straight. This one here, oh dear. I think we need to turn him in a couple more turns. Anyhow, we will do all that off camera, readjust our tracking. Oh yes, it's going to be a nightmare because that side is quite hard to screw in. Yes, right, I think we're going to leave. I might actually, because it don't matter about your wheel orientation, I might turn it. Let's have a go. Let's turn it till this wheel's straight and we'll adjust it on the other side because that's much, much easier. This one was very hard, very stiff. Oh, I think we're about right there, look. There we go. Right, did you want to see me adjust this side? I could do, you know, I've got my tools here still. Shall we see if we can get this side on? Oh, them track rods right, because they're pretty much... Oh no, we've got to unscrew. Unscrew will push it that way. We've got to screw it in to pull the wheel round. Right, this could be interesting. I don't know whether I've got enough. I don't know whether I've got enough. Go on there, guys. And I don't want to have to crack the other ends off to adjust them on the other ends. Right, there we go with our tools. What did we need? We needed a 13 spanner. There we go. We'll just see if we can do this. We should only have to slacken this, which we have. We slacken it. Just undo the pinch. Was there a little pinch clamp? There we go, pinch clamp is loose. We should be able to buzz that nut off there now. And yeah, we should be able to buzz the nut off. Oh, bugger. And turn that in a bit to try and get this front steering looking somewhere where it should again. It's a rumming, you know, because when I put these on, I made sure they drop straight in the holes. Is that going to come out of there? Or is it a case of hitting it? Cool. Don't want to do that because I don't want to damage the nut. Would you believe it? There you go. Right. Would you believe that's punched itself down there so much? Alright, we can go in a few turns, I think. Alright, that is not going to be brilliant. I'm going to have to go in here as much as I can, I think. Alright, that's it. We're still towing out quite a bit. That one, the other side might need doing. Right, okay. Let me get the nut back on. So we'll tighten this nut up and see what we're like. I'll be back in a minute. Alright, I've got this side cracked off now. I've tightened the other side all up. We've got this side split, but this side is much harder to turn. Oh, whether that's got damaged threads, I do not know. But we've got to try and get her in. Oh, bloody hell, all the way. I remember the other one was virtually all the way in, the old one. So we'll have to see. Come on, baby. There we go. Alright, we're about, I think, we're about, oh yes, look at that. Oh yes, that straightened her up a bit. It's a little bit out still. The only other thing I can do is slacken this end and undo the whole rod. I do not like the chances of being able to do that though. I suppose we're not going to know what we try, are we? Just undo this end, get some moles on here and see if we can turn this. I'm not liking it, but it might work. Right, let me have a go, because I don't like that towing out like that still. She ain't quite right. Right, finally we have our tracking set, and she looks, well, pretty damn good now. When you run your eye down them, what I had to do, this end here, as you can see, refused to budge. I had heat on it, all kinds of manners, refused to budge. Oh, I found a grease nipple here I ain't done, look. Yeah, I found another grease nipple. There we go. Alright, I'll get all this tightened back down, and that's going to be it. Front wheels on grey fergie. Next job, which I would do today, but we're off out, take the back wheels off, jack her up at the back, take them rear wheels off. I've got to pop the drums off, and then I could decrease all them rear brakes, because there is a bit of axle oil gone into them rear brakes. So I need to do all them rear brakes, clean all them up, and then we can get the back wheels back on. Guys, look at these mud guards. These are original fergie items, really solid, but they don't half look unsightly. Look at the rot down the bottom of that, and the rot in the bottom of this. They are not good, are they? So I think we need to get some rear mud guards for the old girl, but they're not cheap. They're about a couple £100. So any buy me a coffee donations are going to go to funding some rear mud guards. Finances are quite tight at the minute, with Mrs. Mancave not being at work and me being the full-time carer now. It's like money's very tight, so any donations we get through Buy Us a Coffee will go to a pair of mud guards. There we are. So we need to try and raise that before we go to Stratford. And Mrs. Mancave has got her road run coming up in, I don't know, a couple of months. So yes, hopefully we'll get it sorted by then. She's getting there though, she's getting there. Right, we're going to leave the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Like and subscribe. And we will see you guys next time for another video. I've now got to clear up. Right, bye-bye guys. Grey fergie front wheels. Look at them.